guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I have an update for those of you who are waiting for the EIDL Advance Grant. The SBA has released a frequently asked questions document on the EIDL Advance Grant. I want to go through some of the questions that they address here with you in hopes that it'll bring you more information on the EIDL Advance Grant. Now, first off, you guys have been asking me when you will be able to apply for the EIDL Advance Grant. The SBA states that they are going to be reaching out and contacting individuals who are able to apply for this. There are no open applications at this time. That means that if you did not apply previously, you unfortunately are not able to apply at this time. The first group that the SBA is going to reach out to via email are individuals who applied previously, received a grant, but it was not in the full amount of $10,000. So if you applied previously and received a partial amount and you do qualify this time around with the retargeted requirements for the EIDL Advance Grant, then the SBA will be reaching out to you via email. The second group that the SBA is going to reach out to includes individuals who applied previously but were denied the advance grant due to lack of funding. The SBA states in this document that they have begun the process of sending out emails to those who are in the first group who did not receive the full grant but received a partial grant as of February 1st. As of February 1st, the SBA began the process of sending out emails to those individuals. They state that this process will take several weeks as they continue to reach out to all individuals in this first group. The SBA does not release a date yet on a time frame on when they will reach out to the second group, individuals who applied but were denied due to lack of funding. All of you have been asking is, when can I apply as a new applicant to receive an EIDL Advance Grant? Unfortunately, the SBA states here, does the SBA plan to open up the program to new applications beyond the first two priority groups? Currently, there are no plans to open the targeted EIDL Advance program to new applicants beyond the first two priority groups. The SBA's ability to accept new applications for the targeted EIDL Advance program will depend on the availability of funds, which the SBA will closely monitor. Any changes to application availability will be announced on sba.gov/coronavirus-relief. So no, at this time they are not accepting new applicants, and they don't plan on accepting new applicants unless there is additional funding left over after all of their first and second priority applicants have had a chance to apply. So do you have to reapply if you receive less than the $10,000 advance grant? No, the Targeted EIDL Advance is a different program than the original EIDL Advance and has a different process. Here, the SBA will reach out directly to EIDL applicants who received an EIDL Advance of less than $10,000 max and provide instructions to the business owners about how to provide the SBA with the required information to determine eligibility. So no, you do not have to reapply using the old application. Do not submit a new application on your own for the EIDL. Await the SBA to send you an email, and they will provide you with a new portal to apply and submit your documents. The same is true for individuals that did not receive the advance grant due to lack of funding. Await the SBA's email, and they will provide you with the area where you can submit your documentation to apply for this EIDL Advance Targeted Grant. So what should you prepare while you're waiting for the SBA to reach out and contact you? The SBA states if you have not yet filed your 2019 federal tax return, you should complete that process. You will also be required to provide the business's monthly gross receipts for each month from January 2019 through the most recent month-to-date period. This information will be used to determine that your business meets the greater than 30% reduction in revenue requirement during an 8-week period beginning on March 2nd, 2020. What documentation will you need to provide? Applicants who meet the low-income community criteria will be asked to provide gross monthly revenue for January 2019 through the most recent month-to-date period to confirm the reduction of revenue. They may also be asked to provide an IRS Form 4506T, which allows the SBA to request tax information on the applicant's behalf. So what if your business moved between when you applied previously and now? The SBA will reach out directly to you to confirm your address. If your address has changed, the SBA will request additional documentation to confirm the location. Once the location is confirmed, the SBA will determine if the location is located within a low-income community. What that means is that if you were previously not in a low-income community, but you moved to a low-income community, yes, you would qualify. If you were previously located in a low-income community, but you moved and you were not in a low-income community now, then you would not qualify. So who is eligible for the EIDL Targeted Advance? Businesses that have 300 or fewer employees, are located in a federally identified low-income community, and can demonstrate a reduction in revenue of more than 30% during an 8-week period beginning on March 2nd, 2020 or later. This includes small business entities normally eligible for the SBA EIDL program, including non-farm businesses and corporations, sole proprietors, independent contractors, and private nonprofit organizations. So what if you did not file a 2019 tax return? SBA states in most cases, SBA requires a 2019 federal income tax return to be filed with the IRS to verify your eligibility. What types of businesses are not eligible? Some examples of ineligible businesses include those engaged in illegal activities, loan packaging, speculation, multi-sales, distribution, gambling, investment, or lending. The SBA confirms that you do not have to repay the grant amount, that this is in fact a grant. They also confirm that businesses are eligible to receive up to $10,000, equal your prior targeted amount, subtracted from the $10,000 that is being offered now in the targeted EIDL. Businesses can receive a maximum of $10,000 in EIDL advance funds. That includes any advance funds already received, plus the targeted EIDL advance. So what can you use your EIDL Advance Grant for? The SBA confirms here that they are for business working capital and operating expenses. EIDL advance funds can be used for working capital and normal operating expenses that could have been met had the disaster not occurred. Those include, but are not limited to, continuation of healthcare benefits, rent, utilities, and fixed debt payments. Once the SBA contacts you, sends you a link where you can apply to the new targeted advance, they state that they hope to process your application within 21 days. So will your EIDL advance grant be subtracted from your PPP forgiveness amount? No, it will not. The SBA confirms here what we already knew from the stimulus text, that no, the Economic Aid Act has eliminated that requirement. So how does the SBA define gross receipts? Gross receipts include all revenue in whatever form received or accrued from whatever source, including the sales of products or services, interest, dividends, rents, royalties, fees, commissions, etc. And who can you contact with additional questions about the targeted advances? You can email targetedadvance@sba.gov. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below.